It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Jets and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. Postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield inside the 35. The previous play going out back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're over 30 yards.
It's always wound up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyus Bowser. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a blunder, but they allow the conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense. He finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're knocking on the door now. As a they'll take this to about the 10-yard line. 17 yards on that as they keep the drive rolling. The opening drive march there.
Well, that's a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go. And he goes down. Quentin Williams busting through for a loss of 6. Turns out their feast of faith on this guy. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28. And 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a physical nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still pretty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 40-yard line. Again, the yards are a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. 10. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, but they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
This is Marshall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they started behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Wilson. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down before they work to 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down. As that is not easy to hold on to.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I gotta tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Frank Clark able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Amari Rodgers complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come out and able to bring him to the ground. To try again after the sack. Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They get to the line, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of first on the 32. And the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be taken at the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. This ball caught by Mechie. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 more yards and another 1st down. Great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we're at half. halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And you can see the result there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go on 4th down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And here's Marshall. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Maybe a gain of a yard that time. And from the spot, actually no gain. So 4th and 12.
It's not of a man to just make that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive. They couldn't do anything really after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points. That's what they were thinking about.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. He'll bice. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring. And each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they're trying to preach.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. Just what you need, electric from man and simple offense is what will get them into this one. And now they're continuing to try with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And it's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll run with Marshall, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had
and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, here this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 13-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out of is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. For the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. It's a pickup of 16 there to the lead to a new set of downs.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. 63 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. There you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter. Save you up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So that sets up the first and goal. First to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one. As they start the 6 yards there. Gets him crucial. And the second down.
First down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots for close range.
Second and goal from the 1. Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays and now you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to run.
And of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass, so pass it there and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? Open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To throw again is Wilson. And this throw incomplete. The defender in that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is really clear. They need to get that first down. They need to get out of bounds. Or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have the first down. They say he is. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Jets set to take the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job defensively, and that brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Open man here is Coughlin.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Wilson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
2nd down and 5.
There's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. And moves along with the divisional round.
Everyone puts all year long for the right to get into the tournament as they like to call it. Wild card divisional doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes on.
feel with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can S-double-E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Can to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like I put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor in the trenches like a war.